Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. We're back on Eastern Island time right here at Tiki Man Radio, TikiManRadio.com, your Coastal Americana radio network. Coming to you live from Dockside Live Radio, Tiki Man Radio, and Western Maryland Radio. Happy Wednesday to you, everybody. We're halfway through the week. Everything's going to be just fine. Just relax. That's what I'm talking about. Happy Wednesday to you, everybody. I hope everybody's doing fabulous out there. I know I am, because we're halfway through the week. Welcome to Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B. And we are so glad to be here with you. How you doing this morning, brother?
Well, good morning, Tiki Man. We're having a great day here, getting ready to do the polar plunge. You know, it's 30 degrees outside.
Man, we've got a heat wave. You know, I tell people all the time about our weather here in Chattanooga, right? And, you know, we're just different, man. I mean, we're just different. We're surrounded by these mountains, and, you know, we get a little bit of snow, a little cold weather, whatever. But it's supposed to be 60 degrees by this weekend here.
Wow. You know, the other day, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But the other day in Canaan Valley, all right, it had the coldest temperatures in the lower 48. Canaan Valley, West Virginia, was 28 degrees below zero.
Wow. That's cold.
That's cold. And that valley, all that polar vortex air got trapped in that valley. And that was the actual temperature, 28 degrees below zero. So just when I think we've got it bad, somebody else got it worse.
Well, when I was a younger man and I was building houses and doing things like that, you know, when I was about 18, 19 years old, you know, working as a helper and learning the trade and learning how not to cut my fingers off and all that stuff. I worked for a guy that we did insulation, and we also did vinyl siding. And insulation wasn't bad in the wintertime because you can get warm under the house, you know. So, as a matter of fact, it's better to put insulation in the wintertime than it is in the summertime. You know, summertime in the attic, man, you can't stand more than 10 minutes at a time in there when you're blowing insulation.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. But I put a ceiling fan in the attic years ago, and it was hotter than heck in the spring. I'm like, no, I'm not going through this again. No, I'll call somebody.
But there's this little place. Yeah, there's this little place called Valley Head, Alabama. And it was the coldest place, no matter what the temperature was. If it was 30 degrees in, say, Fort Payne, Alabama, which is about 25 miles up the road, then it's going to be -5 in Valley Head for some reason. It's right at the base of Lookout Mountain. And anytime in the wintertime, somebody wanted vinyl siding, everybody's just like, damn, you know, because you're going to be outside the whole time, you know, putting vinyl siding on. And at that time, you had those little bitty nails, you know, and God, it was rough on you, man. Rough on your fingers.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, no, I'm beyond all that now.
Well,
you know,
I was having to buy a lot of diapers back then, so I had to do what I had to do.
Oh, yeah. You know, hey, the other day I was out trying to get some snow out around the mailbox, and a young man comes down and says, excuse me, sir, you need a hand with that? And he said, I'm just waiting to pick up my daughter off the bus stop. And I said, thanks, but no thanks. I said, I'm just about finished. But that was a nice young man come down, and, you know, I told him, I said, look, the next time it snows here, come on down, knock on the door, you got some work. I said, I'm getting gold for this. I said, I'll give you the snow blower, and you can have at it.
I saw somewhere on the news where there was a lady who broke into people's houses, cleaned their houses, left them a note. You know, I mean, times are tough, man. It's tough to get a job out there. But this is really tough. When you break into the house, clean the house, and leave a note and say, if you like what you see, call me. I'll do this on a weekly basis. And then, of course, she got arrested for breaking and entering, you know.
Oh, my God, man. I tell you what, that times are tough, no doubt about it.
Yeah. But she don't have to worry about rent anymore. She's got free rent now. She's living in the jail there. So,
Yeah, 3 hops and a cot.
Yeah, it all worked out on her end of the deal. You know, she was worried about how she's going to put a roof over her head. Don't have to worry about that anymore.
Wow.
Oh, me. Let's see here. Thank you for the tip money there, Donna Cummings. Good morning to you. Happy Wednesday to you, sweetheart. Hope you're doing fabulous. I got to tell you, Donna and Bob Cummings have been so good to myself and the hippie chick, and they always go above and beyond and do things, just go out of their way to be nice. So we really appreciate those guys. I give her a lot of, because I've had to be on a bus with her in Costa Rica where she asked 100 questions out of the tour guide, all day long for 12 hours. I give her a lot of headaches, about being, Donna, I have one more question, Cummins, but we love those guys, especially Bob Sled Bob as well. Good morning to Marty Gentry. He's the first one chiming in this morning. Good morning to you. I hope you're doing fabulous, brother. And let's see here. Graham Andrews is out there this morning. Good morning to you. Let's see here. Morning. We're sending off Johnny's shirts today. Yes. Nicole sent. Yes. Nicole sent me a text this morning. Said your shirts should be there by Friday, depending on. She doesn't know that you got pack mules at the bottom of the mountain, and it takes a while to get the mail up there.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, we've got them on standby. So we really appreciate that. I have to reach out to that young man and say, hey, you want to go down the mountain and get the pack mules?
Yeah. We got a package down there we need to get. I need you to get the mules and get down there. Callie McCool is out there this morning. Good morning to you, brother. Great show yesterday with the kids out in California, Antioch High School. I hope everybody's doing good out in California. But, man, I was listening to a little Bill Blue this morning in the run-up to the show, and a little Hunker Down there.
Oh, yeah, that was a great song. I'm sitting here, I had to write that one down. The King of Crazy Town. I like that. I love that. That's me.
Yeah, he passed away 3 years ago now, and man, it is a sad day in Key West when that happened, because he was the master of blues down in Key West for sure.
Wow, man, I did not know that. But, hey, he left behind some great music.
Yeah, every hurricane season, when hurricane season kicks off, we play that song. That's our hurricane song.
Man, no, we don't have to deal with that too much up here. Occasionally we get remnants in the Appalachian Mountains, and that's about it. The main thing, the scary thing here is the spring runoff. And we've experienced it. It gets there's flooding everywhere. It can get really bad. Now, I've seen last year we had several towns that were like wiped out and applying for FEMA aid. These are small towns in the mountains. So, yeah, that's the big thing, spring runoff.
I want to switch screens so you can still talk, but I want to show everybody else. And Johnny, if you've got the YouTube thing up, you can see it on the YouTube. But we had a horrible fire at M Hill Marina in Nashville. Let me see here if I can move this up. There it is right there. M Hill Marina in Nashville, one of the boats caught on fire and proceeded to catch about 12 or 18 of them on fire. And that's just devastating. That's over in Dave Sign's world. And we've, let me see if I got another picture I can put up here.
Oh, wow.
Let me see if I can move it up. And yeah, there's another shot of the smoke. And it just horrible happened yesterday.
Oh, Lord, that's awful.
Yeah, and I wanted to, this was, we did a live broadcast there a couple of years ago at M Hill, and B-Dog was there. Let me see if I can get him back up here. We were set out in the parking lot. It was a hot day there. There's Dave Signs right there with B-Dog. He went over and did the broadcast for him. And just a beautiful, beautiful day over there, but it was very, very hot. But our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody in Nashville, to M Hill Marina there.
Wow, definitely.
Yeah, let me get back over here. There we go. And, that just every year it seems like we have something like that happen, and it's usually because somebody is sleeping on their boat. You got a lot of liveaboards out there that live on boats in marinas and things like that. And when it gets down to 0 degrees or 5 degrees or whatever in these marinas. That's cold on water. And, mistakenly they get a kerosene heater or something in there, and the next thing you know, the boat's on fire, and it just burns a whole marina.
Oh, so sad. And it's very dangerous.
Yeah.
We get a lot of that in these mountains as far as, house fires, space heaters, wood stoves, pellet stoves.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sad thing to see, but I tell you what, thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, so, keeping with everything that we do around here on this show during the week, Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B, talking about connecting the beach life to the lake house, the beach house to the lake house. We always talk about safety on the water as well. And so you got to be safe. If you are in a marina and you're living on the boat or whatever, just be careful with those heaters, man. I know it's cold, but you might want to think of an alternative plan if you know cold weather's coming.
Oh, yeah. I remember the days when Captain Joe Berta up in Canada, he was a big fan of my show, mm-hmm. and he was a liveaboard and in a beautiful trawler. He had a wood stove in that main salon.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Never heard of such a thing.
I guess and he took pictures, and he's laid back. Just kicked back in his recliner, and there's a wood stove. I'm like, okay, Cap, I guess that's how they do it in Canada.
I guess that's how they do it in Canada. Yeah, I don't know, man. If I was buying a boat and they say, yeah, it's got a nice fireplace in it, I'm like, no, I don't want that. That sounds like it's going to be a disaster. Let's see here. B-Man is listening down in Key West, the lovely Michelle and B-Man at the Beachy Shell Studios there in Key West. Good morning to you guys. And they had their Tuesday on the island yesterday. Brought it back, I do believe. I didn't get a chance to listen to it because I was knee-deep in work yesterday trying to make some contacts and try to get some sponsorship going here for this show. Sorry I missed that, but we will do the replay on Sunday. We do that after the Sunday show, so get that over to me. Our producer here on this show, Robin, is out there this morning, the lovely Robin. Good morning to you. Let's hear listening while able from the office. She's in the girl in the home office. That would be Robin.
Yeah, definitely. Our producer, who's always listening.
Always listening. That's right. Sad news for M Hill Marina in Nashville and anybody that's involved with that. I know Dave has been over there plenty. I know my other partner here, Brian Burns with Dockside Live. They did it was one of their events that we went over and broadcast for them. B-Dog and Lou went over there and did that. So we'll be thinking about you guys for sure.
Absolutely. So sorry to hear that.
Yeah. But right now, let's get this day started off right the island way. Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B that airs Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. is looking for a cam sponsor for the show. This is a unique opportunity where your logo appears on all the artist interviews, all the interviews we do with business people in the boating community, live from the boat shows. If you're interested, then reach out to us at tikimanradio@gmail.com. This is a rare sponsorship opportunity. We only have one live cam sponsor for each show that we do, and that means that your company gets maximum exposure. It includes commercials, social media posts, and of course, your logo on all of our YouTube live streams. If you're interested, reach out to us at tikimanradio@gmail.com and be a part of the Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B, connecting the beach house to the lake house on the Coastal Americana Radio Network. That's right. Send us an email out there. We'll get you all hooked up, and we'll start promoting your business right here on this show, Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B. That was
buddy.
Yeah, that was Unity the band. Before that, Free My People, and that was the band that I interviewed and did the whole thing with it on mute, and all everybody could. Yeah, all everybody could hear was me, I think, and but they couldn't hear him. And so we got done with it. It was my very first interview that I ever did. And we got done with it. And he says, my mama's listening in Fiji. She says I'm not on the radio. She could not hear me. And I was like, well, you know what? Hell with it. Let's just do it all over again. And we did. And I never used the mute button ever again on the microphone.
Wow. I remember that. Those were the early days. Yeah, Danny had come to work for me, and that was his first interview. And it was, Unity from Fiji, man.
Yeah.
And that happened. I'm like, well, things happen. I'm very careful with the mute buttons on this board here. I mean, I've got bunches of stuff here, and it's like, okay, mute on, mute off. I call it the dummy button.
Yeah.
Dummy on, dummy off.
Well, I was a dummy that day. And back then, of course, we had the iRig all hooked up to the phone. So, you're trying to send me messages, and I have messages blocked because I'm doing an interview from a guy, with his mama listening in Fiji. I was stressed out enough as it was. So I wasn't about to change anything on my phone while I was doing that. And then I was like, damn. I'm like, you know what? We'll just do it all over again.
I've had those moments too, Danny. That's just the way it goes. You can cut a whole track and like, oh, I didn't have the recorder on. Crap. There's, you do a whole show and like, wait a minute, I got to do it again.
Yeah, I got to do it again.
That's the way it goes. That's, hey, up here, we've got all these, like the pub crawls getting ready to happen.
Oh, nice.
So oh, yeah. I mean, we got the Shamrock Shuffle and Hooley's Pub Crawl, different town. People are so tired of being cooped up in their homes and drinking.
Yeah.
So now they've built up their tolerance, and they want to go into town and show everybody what we got. It's like working out all winter. Yeah, I'm going to check out my tolerance. Now we're going to do a pub crawl.
Yeah, hell yeah. Practicing for the pub crawl, all winter long, getting your tolerance level up. I like that. That's a pretty good way to do it.
Yeah, I tell you, and then you're ready for the polar plunge at Rocky Gap State Park. It raises money.
Yeah, well, it's all for a good cause, I guess. B-Man said no Tuesday on the island yesterday. I was wondering why I didn't get a notification. Notifications are very important. That's why if you have subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you hit that notification bell. That way when we're live, and it'll pop up on your phone. So if you're busy or you're in the middle of something or you're trying to get out of something, right? Like somebody just telling you the longest story that they've ever told you in your life, and the notification will save you and say, I got to take this, I got to go. And then you can listen to the show. That's it could work out that way, so I'm trying to help you out. But he said he will do it. Yesterday they had to do the blood drive with the crap thing, what is that? The Conch Republic Aerospace Program is what CRAP stands for. And so they did the blood drive yesterday. So, but they will do it next Tuesday, and then we'll replay
Yeah,
it.
hey, B-Man, you can always fly me down there. I'll cover for you.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I'm always ready.
Yeah. Well, you might have to watch the cats, all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of things that goes into that staying down there.
Oh, my God. You mean I got to multitask?
Yeah. Then you have to put up with the neighbor next door and her little dog, So, I mean, there's a whole lot of things that go into it. But, he does take care of us. We got some bikes down there that he allows us to use, and he's got them all zipped up and covered in a little garage thing and keeps them nice and clean because, chickens are a problem down in Key West.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah, I'm all for it. Hey, by the way, does the network cover this travel expense? Do I get like a per diem per day, like, $300 a day for booze or something?
Everything at this point is a write-off, Johnny. It's like, any business, after about the fifth year, if you're still losing money, even your accountant's like, listen, you're going to after 5 years, this is just a habit. Okay. You need to figure out a way to make some money,
Yeah. Oh boy, I tell you what, but that would be nice. And you could blow through $300 easily in beer or a few drinks down in Key West.
Oh, you can do that in an hour down there.
Yeah. It's a little pricey. Up here, you got a lot of distance with that.
We generally go back to the Beachy Shell Studios there, the Beachy Shell Hideaway, and they got a little refrigerator inside the door there. We put beer in there, and, of course, we drink a little whiskey and sit out at the round table and talk about the world, basically that usually we're debriefing during the showcase, what worked, didn't work, this, that, whatever, and have a good time down there.
Oh, you got to love post-production. I just, like I always said, it never happened. You make a mistake, it never happened.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll eat it.
I'll take care of that, B-Man. I meant to ask you about that this morning before the show, but anyway, we're having another conversation here. Oh, me. So, yeah, safety on the water. I want to make sure we mentioned that with the M Hill Marina catching on fire. That's crazy, and it happens a lot. And I guess that's where Floating Docks Manufacturing comes into play. They'll go swooping in there and fix those docks and put some new docks up for them.
Yeah, that would be great, man. That would be great. And I'm so sorry to hear that. Beautiful boats burnt up, the whole place, that's just tragic.
Can't have nothing, Johnny. Can't have nothing.
I tell you what. Yeah, I'm looking here on the post, the DJs of the round table.
Mm-hmm.
Post-production. But, yeah, I think we ought to have a roundtable meeting, get Floating Docks down to Harrison Bay and say, look, we're going to make this happen and make it happen now.
Yeah, I'm sure they got a corporate plane they could put us on, fly us down to Key West. That'd be great.
Yeah, and we'll have a grand opening party and do a live broadcast. How's that?
There you go. Well, we can make it happen. Do what?
I was going to say, brought to you by Floating Docks Manufacturing.
Yeah. He's been sending me some ideas on some sponsorship ideas and things of that nature, and I'm hoping he's down in Daytona working his way back. So I'm hoping when he gets back up to Indiana that he puts in a good word for us up there.
Well, I tell you what, sounds like he could work in radio too. You're in Florida, you're going to Indiana. Welcome to tour radio. Come on, man.
Yeah,
join
that's
the
right.
crowd.
That's right, man. Let's see here. Yeah, make sure. And for those of you that don't know this, sometimes you got to do a little bit of education here. On the YouTube thing, hit the like button. If you're watching us on your phone, all you got to do is just exit out of the chat, hit the like button, and then go back into comments, and you're right back in the chat. It's really that simple. Yeah. So the like button really helps the algorithm figure out what we're doing and takes us out of the witness protection program and puts us into the mainstream, which helps out our sponsors and helps us get the word out about all of our other shows, like Coastal Confessions coming up Friday night with B-Man and Michelle, 7 o'clock live from Key West, and it'll be streaming on YouTube as well.
I got to tell you what, this witness protection program is something, you're trying to do radio. You got to put on a hat, you got to put on shades. People can't recognize you. It's what we do,
Yeah, like when I go to the airport, I make sure I don't wear a hat and shades. That way nobody will recognize me.
Every time I go to an airport, and back when I was traveling so much, every time I went to an airport, they always had to, they checked my hands all the time. Put that lotion on your hands, and they're looking for bomb residue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. In those days, I was like, you might find some different residue, but it ain't bomb residue.
We learned so much when we were doing the Escape to Paradise, like when we went down to, where did we go? I guess we were going down to Jamaica, and, it was still a little, right after COVID kind of thing, so things were a little iffy on stuff, but, and it's Mexico. Everybody's like, don't go to Mexico. They're going to, they'll cut your head off. They'll shoot you. They'll do this and whatever, and we didn't have any problems with that. But, they did have guards in the airport, and, of course, everybody's, they're just looking for guns and things of that nature. People's like, afraid to take their half gummy or whatever. I'm like, I don't think they're looking for that. I don't think they care about that. We're going into Mexico. They just want to make sure you ain't got no guns and everything. But we went with Larice and Flaz, and of course, Larice gets a big bag at the airport of food and starts to walk towards the, to get on the plane or go through security. And they immediately pulled her off to the side because you can't be bringing food in and out. Mm-hmm. And I just acted like I didn't know her, man. I just turned my head and walked the other way, like I don't know who the hell that is. That's
yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah, but we learned how to do all that security stuff and navigate our way through. I mean, if you just don't be stupid, that's what you got to do.
Yeah. Travel tips from the Tiki Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see me with you now. Yeah, I don't know him. You know, Johnny Hill.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know who that is.
What you got in that bag?
Yeah, yeah. What you got in that bag? I don't know who. I don't know who. Are you with her? No, no. I've never seen her before in my life. I'm just traveling, man. Why do you call her the hippie chick? Well, I call everybody a hippie chick. That's just my thing. That's what I do.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, famous last words. I don't know, man. But yeah, a lot of great memories traveling, a lot of great stories, and you know that we do. Like Jimmy Buffett said, we do it for the stories we can tell.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's been plenty of those. I write about them all the time.
Yes, you do.
Bright and early, first thing in the morning, when the world is still sleeping. In my world, anyway, not the whole world, but my world.
Yeah, I can tell when you're writing. Phone goes ding. I'm like, oh God, he's up so early. You know, I retired. I used to get up. Well, you know the hours I used to keep, ridiculous hours.
Sure.
But now it's like, you know, I don't have to wake up at that hour of the day anymore. But the phone's there. Ding. I look. Oh, it's Danny.
You know, I haven't
like
had.
My alarm.
I haven't had an alarm clock in years. I just wake up at the same time, and I just got stuff to do, man. Even if I don't have stuff to do, I'll find stuff to do. I got to be doing something.
Yeah. Once my feet hit the ground, I've got to stay busy.
Which reminds me, Friday, you're not going to be here, and I've decided that I'm not going to do the show Friday either. I've got to fix this damn water line. I've been waiting on the temperature to rise and the rain to come through, and it's going to be a beautiful 55, 60 degree temperature on Friday. And I'm like, you know what? I need to get out there and fix that water line. So no show this Friday.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know, be honest, I'm coming down there and watch you fix the water line, and I'm going to drink about it, and we'll put our heads together, put on our drinking caps, and we'll get it fixed.
Well, that's the next step, Johnny, is to stop doing radio and get into reality television. You know, that's when the real stuff happens. All the stuff I talk about on the radio are in reality of what I'm doing every day. So I just need those camera people to follow me around and just have a reality TV show and do it that way. We can still do radio on the show, you know, the behind the scenes of things, because there's all kinds of behind the scenes things that happens with a radio station.
You know, that's a great idea, but can you imagine doing a reality TV show with a touring broadcasting crew? You know, like we used to do, on the road all the time, and reality TV. It's hysterical. I mean, I look back at what I've done, I'm like, that is crazy. Well,
if people only knew. People only knew what was going on behind the scenes, you know. I mean, maybe they don't need to know. I don't know. But, yeah. Like down in Key West, behind the scenes or whatever, you know. I don't know if they need to know all that stuff, but it would make for good television. It'd make a good, good storyline. People want to know what was going to happen next.
Oh, yeah. I've seen crates roll off the back of trucks, just right down a truck ramp. Boom, boom, boom. An expensive piece of equipment in a crate. There it goes.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff will make you scream. 2 seconds, well, actually 2 minutes before this show, something happened here, and I'm like, all right, remain cool. And I fixed it. I don't know what happened, but, you fix it. I don't know what caused it, but it's got to be fixed. And the panic modes and all that. It's hysterical. And I think that would make a great reality show, too.
Well, knowing B-Man the way I do, I heard him last Friday on his show talking about that, because he's really a routine kind of guy, right? He's got a certain day he does this, that, and whatever, and all that kind of stuff, and he likes to prepare for his show. And as we all do, we all kind of feel like we get prepared for it or whatever, but threw him off his game, and I made a point to say, now listen, you can't set your show up in YouTube till after I finish mine on Friday, because I knew he would usually do it early in the morning, get ahead of the game and all that stuff, so it kind of changed his routine a little bit. And because of that, he forgot to do it. So he's got people coming over, and they're getting ready to do the show, and then all of a sudden it dawns on him that he didn't do that, and then he has to go in and get it all set up right quick, in YouTube, because there's some settings and things that you got to do to be ready to stream. And if you're not prepared for that, then it could throw you off your game a little bit. I could just see him freaking out. That would have been a good time to have the TV crew there. That would have been it right there.
Yeah, I think TV's the way to go, That would be great. And what a great place if you did that in Key West, all right? So you have the allure of Key West, and you've got a reality TV show of a bunch of crazy DJs in Key West.
Yeah.
All right? And this is how they really live, It's like, where's the beer? Okay, what happened to the fridge, I think it would be a great storyline.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong, right? It's time to get ready to party with the East Tennessee Parrothead Club Summer Luau, July the 31st through August the 1st in the mountains of Tennessee, Parrothead style. As always, the Parrotheads are partying with a purpose, raising money for the Ronald McDonald House of Knoxville, Tennessee. Some of your favorite trop rock artists will be there playing. Tiki Man Radio will be there broadcasting on Saturday, August the 1st. Come get you some mountain latitude with the East Tennessee Parrothead Club Luau 2026, July 31st through August the 1st. And come party with us while raising money for the Ronald McDonald House in Knoxville, Tennessee. The East Tennessee Parrothead Club and Tiki Man Radio. Now that's a party.
Shake up your Friday nights and tune into Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle from 7 to 9 p.m. on the internet at TikiManRadio.com or on Tiki Man Radio YouTube, live from the Beachy Shell Studios in Key West, Florida.
Days with the Tiki Man and Johnny B. And, B-Man says, no, we've got enough reality TV show going on down in Key West.
Oh, come on, dude. Yeah, we want to book that, make it happen. I was watching the video monitor, and it looks like I'm looking at it, like, wait a minute, that's Cumberland, Maryland. That's the city behind me.
I found a live cam up there.
Really cool. Huh?
I found a live cam shot up there that I could tap into. And, it's, it looks cold up there.
Oh, brother, I tell you what. I'm looking at him like, oh, my God, he found a live cam for Cumberland. And it's swinging around. I'm looking at, yep, that's Cumberland. And, I'm like, wow, okay. In Cumberland, they could get 3 inches and we get 2 feet. I'm only 10 miles west of Cumberland.
I got you.
And it's a big difference. I mean, I'm close to the Continental Divide. I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at that off-ramp, and I'm like, man, they really need to clear that thing off. What's going on down there?
Yeah.
I used to drive in there every day to go to work. I'm like, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah. It's really cool to tap into. They got a really it spans around and zooms in and zooms out and all that stuff. I'm like, well, look here. Here's a live cam of Cumberland, Maryland. That's pretty cool. So,
man, thank you, brother. Thank you, sharing us with the world.
That's right, man. Sharing us with the world right here on the Coastal Americana Radio Network. We are streaming live on Dockside Live Radio, Western Maryland Radio, and of course Tiki Man Radio, the mothership. And we got a lot of people listening. All the ships at sea. People listening out on the radio land out there. Let's see. Man, we got a lot of people down in Florida. And let's see here. What do we got?
Thank you all so much.
Yeah, I got Chicago listening in this morning. Good morning to you. It's probably cold up in Chicago. Of course, out in California at Antioch High School, we got Callie and the kids. And Portland, Oregon is always listening in. Good morning to you guys. Hope you're doing wonderful. Memphis, Tennessee.
Hello.
Yeah, Alexandria, Virginia. They're listening to us at the Pentagon, man. Let's see. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Let's see here. Down in Miami, where they had I think they about froze their asses off down in Miami and Key Largo this past week. And
oh yeah, oh man, that's they've had some cold weather. Oh, and you got to wear hard hats because of all the falling iguanas. I'm just wondering what it's going to do to the orange juice prices.
Yeah, that's not good, man. Orange juice, if it gets that cold down there, hurts the oranges. And I like those little, I forget what they call them, halos, the little smaller ones, where you can peel and eat them. I like those things. Well, B-Man's got to go. He's got another appointment. He's probably got a meeting at Nail Teeny's or something like that. So have a great day, and we appreciate you checking in the show.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what, and orange, with the orange juice problems that are about to happen, is going to put a hurting on our mimosas here in the morning.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
Oh, my God. Well, what are we going to do? You just can't wake up and drink straight bourbon.
Yeah, somebody checking in from Dubai this morning.
Good morning, Dubai.
Yeah, United Arab Emirates?
United Arab?
Yep, United Arab, Dubai. Yeah, good afternoon. I'm sure it's afternoon over in Dubai right now.
I've got a friend who travels there frequently. His girlfriend's there. It could be him. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But, he does a lot of traveling. I can't say the agency he works for. He does a lot of traveling.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't even mention that he's there now, so...
I don't know.
But I was noticing up in Cumberland, up there where you're at, and a lot of towns have these if they're smart. But you guys got a lot of trains up there, a lot of steam trains and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Well, the city of Cumberland was, it's built on like two rivers, and there's a train track coming through. So when you get to Cumberland, it's a small town, as you can see behind me, but there's a lot of one-way streets, there's bridges. You got three rivers coming in, but it's a wonderful place, man. There's so much going on in there, but we do have the Western Maryland Scenic Railroad, and that is like the biggest tourist attraction up here. And I got to tell you, it's absolutely gorgeous, man. You get on there, and depending what you want to do, they got murder mysteries, they've got Valentine's rides. They'll take you up to Frostburg, which is a 10-mile ride. And, like they're doing they did what was it the other day for the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra. So if you wanted to park your car in Cumberland, get on the train. They fed you. You had champagne. They had a shuttle in Frostburg. It'll take you over to the college. No waiting in line. Take you right to the front door. Trust me, you don't want to wait in line there. I've done that. It's cold. And then they'll pick you up in the shuttle, take you back to the depot, and the train takes you back to Cumberland right behind me. I mean, that's a really cool ride, and we have the Polar Express. And you better book that now if you want to get on the Polar Express next Christmas.
Yeah, we have the Tennessee Railroad Museum, and they have the steam trains and all that stuff. And we have a Polar Express as well. It kind of takes you up into the mountains here of what they call the corkscrew. And it's where the train goes all the way up to the top of the mountain. And the corkscrew, it goes around like this. There's a point where you can look out the back of the train and see the other end of the train below you.
Wow.
On the corkscrew. And then they get up there and they just change engines and go back down. But, in most towns that have mountains, things like that, they've revived them old trains. And I think that's cool, man. I love to get on a train every once in a while.
Wow. Yeah, it's nostalgic. And I promote it all the time on our show. And I know they appreciate it. But, yeah, if you're ever in this area, you got to catch the Western Maryland Scenic Railroad.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did a podcast about that, too. I've got that posted on our website. It's about a 15-minute podcast. And it's about the story of how it all got started with an idea and how can we take these old trains, rebuild them, get money to rebuild the tracks, and turn this into a tourist attraction. And that's what they did. And, boy, it is rocking.
Wow, that's cool, man. You ought to send me that podcast. Maybe I can put some video to it or something,
Yeah, sure. You got it.
Play it on
I did send you the I-68 trucking song.
I know. I was so disappointed. I love the song. I was so disappointed that the video didn't move. It was just a picture of that exit or whatever, and I was like, man, that's a cool song. He should have put, like a traveling video or something on there,
Yeah, everything he talks about in that song, we deal with on a regular basis. But, yeah, he should have done something. But that exit in the picture is the exit you take to get to my house. So now you know where I live. Exit 39, come on out to Frostburg.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, man.
And that kind of got me thinking about a live cam. I'm like, I wonder, I got in here this morning. I wonder if there's a live cam for Cumberland, Maryland. I'm like, boom, there it is. So,
boom. Yeah, you might be looking into somebody's office right now. Who's always listening.
Always listening. Let's see here. We need a lunch whistle. We need a lunch whistle.
Oh.
To play on this show at 12 o'clock because it is lunchtime. Let's see if I've got one here. Sure I do.
I've got. There you go. That's Kenny Chesney.
Uh-oh. It's lunchtime. It's lunchtime here on Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B. Whoops.
He's in all kinds of stuff there. Danny's in mode while we're on the air. Anyhow.
Yeah, moving right along here.
Moving right along. But yeah, it's a great way to segue into Kenny Chesney's shift work. Mm-hmm. You know, when I go off the air, it's like, all right, everybody back to work.
It's so sad when people got to go back to work, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm always working here in the studio, just like you. So we all got to get back to work. Party's over.
I'm just catching up to
our job. We can keep the party going.
Just catching some of these comments here in the chat. And he's talking about B-Man was talking about his nutty neighbor. Yeah, she's crazy as hell, man. She's got this little dog, and the way it works is you've got the Beachy Shell hideaway, and there's a little walking path that passes through where the neighbor is, and then there's a gate that goes out to the street. Right, so you got to walk through this walking path to get to the place where B-Man and Michelle live. They live in the back. This is back in the day, this used to be a church, and they turned it into, you know, like they do everything in Key West. You know, if it's big enough and you can cut it up and turn it into, you know, 3 or 4 apartments, that's what they do. So back in the day, this was a church, and B-Man and Michelle have the best part of it, which is in the very back. But you got to go past that crazy neighbor to get there. And that little dog would just, you know, just the whole time. You know, you can't sneak in there. And, you know, then she starts hollering, shut up, you know, and all this stuff. I mean, it's just crazy.
Oh, Lord. That just feeds right into the reality show.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, you know, you just get 5 seconds. You know, when you think about, when you watch television, you ever notice how the camera changes every 7 seconds, approximately?
Yeah.
Because of our attention spans. You know, a goldfish has more attention, has a longer attention span than a human being.
Well, I believe that.
Yeah, especially with cell phones and all that. But all those great clips in Key West, that would make, I think we're on to something here.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, I don't. She's told me 100 times the dog's name. I don't know, Spud, Spike, something like that. I call him little bastard. Every time I see him, I'm like, hush, you little bastard. I'm just walking. It's me. It's Uncle Danny, you know?
Time at Jukebox Saturday morning. Every Saturday, starting when you get up, Buttercup. Tiki Man Radio opens up the massive archives of the radio station and takes you back to that old shaggy music. Jukebox Saturdays, only on Tiki Man Radio.
Johnny B. That's Starbuck. And, man, you know, he had that big hit back in the 70s, Moonlight Feels Right.
Yeah.
And,
man, that was a big hit. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and he's still making music. That's one of his newer tunes that just came out, and he's kind of dabbling into the trop rock world a little bit, getting on some of the radio stations in the trop rock music. And I reached out to him about getting him on the Sunday show one time. This is about, it's been about a year ago or whatever, you know, and he was just moving into a new house, and, you know, he plays piano. Just a fascinating guy. And I'm like, well, it's a video interview. And he's like, video? Yeah, you know, we'll have to arrange that because, you know, I have to have makeup and all this other stuff. And, you know, I got to have my producer and everybody else here when we do that. And I'm like, well, sounds a little complicated for what we're doing. But if you ever get that all worked out, reach out to me and we'll get you on the show because I wanted to talk about the song Starbuck or Moonlight Feels Right, because that was his biggest hit, and he was on all those shows back in the day, the Merv Griffin Show and Soul Train and all these things, you know. And but that song was written about his wife, soon to be wife, when they were in college. And it's a fascinating story, and I really wanted to get him on and have him tell that story.
Wow. Yeah, and you know, and let them know you're in the trop rock world now. You don't need makeup, all right? Let it go, man.
Yeah, man. Just put your flip flops on. Yeah, put your flip flops on and get on the show, man. What the hell, you know? And
put on a cap.
Yeah, put on a cap. And he wears that famous hat that I forget what you call those hats, but you see them on jockeys and stuff like that. But one of those hats called, but. Maybe anybody out there listening can tell me, but anyway, he wears that hat. He always wore it on TV when he was performing with Starbuck and all that stuff. So maybe we'll get him on one day.
That would be great. Yeah, I'd love to talk to him. You know, I was looking at the video and the live cam down there at Frenchie's Rockaway Grill.
Oh, my God.
So I'm looking at that, and I'm like, it said, earn the T-shirt. What is that? Do the cocktail challenge. You know, and I'm sitting here thinking, I'm thinking about, you know, you and I, the cocktail challenge, and you know, your line came to mind. Don't threaten me with a good time, by God, because we'll have one. And I want to hear about this challenge now. Come on.
Yeah, we're here for the cocktail challenge. What could possibly go wrong? Let's do it. You know.
That's right. What is this challenge all about? We ought to give them a call. That's what we ought to.
Well,
give them a call right now. What you want to know?
Well, I mean, you know, we're looking for sponsors for this show. I mean, all these restaurants and bars and marinas and things that we can tap into. You know, we could be showing what's going on in their restaurant, at their bar, their Dockside bar, Frenchie's Cafe down there in Clearwater. It's a beautiful day down there. It's always beautiful in Clearwater, and got a lot. Yeah. They got more beach than anybody. It's a long ways to the water.
Yeah, if you can get across that causeway, all right, that's one, because it's always backed up. And two, if you can just get past Sharky's, because once you stop at Sharky's, you might not make it to the beach.
That's right.
They got their own beach there, too. But, yeah, that's a great idea, Danny. You ought to just email them a link and say, here, you know, pull up the phone, log on, show us what's going on. Give us a mini tour of your resort. Let's hear it.
Yeah, you could wave, you know, whenever you got us on the TVs, and people could wave, and everybody can see what they're doing. So,
yeah,
we'll see. Mo is out there today. She's finally checking in this morning. She's had a stressful morning, moving into a stressful afternoon. Well, glad to have you here, Mo. We really appreciate it, and hope your day gets better.
I was looking at that, and I said, you know what? Your reality, life becomes how you react to it. And just don't react to it. Don't give yourself permission to react to that stress, all right? Because that becomes your reality. Then you're stressful.
Yeah. Now you are your reality. Yeah.
Yeah. Life becomes your reality. How you react to your environment becomes your reality. So just don't react to it.
Yeah. And you've already made your day better because you're here with us.
That's right. I mean, I'll tell you what, you got to, it's the magic of just what we do, Danny. So, yeah, Mo, we hope you feel better, and you are feeling better right now. We'll walk you through this. We got you.
Absolutely. What else is going on? So, we mentioned in the first hour of the show, no show Friday. Johnny's got an appointment he's got to go to, and I got to fix this damn water line. So I put it off. I had to wait for the ground to thaw out and the snow to melt away, and then I had to wait for the rain to stop. And now I got to get out there and get it done. I've run out of excuses.
Yeah, but you'll get it done, Danny. I have no doubt in my mind. You know, come Monday, it'll be all right.
Yeah, we can't rely on the professional plumbers to come out here and do it. You know, he spent 4 hours out in the yard, couldn't find the leak. I'm like, well, I thought you guys were the deal. You know, okay, you know, I'll figure it out. You know, I know where the water line is. Should have done it myself to begin with, but.
Well, that's all it takes is a few DJs, and there's nothing we can't do.
Let's see here. She says dog stuff. She's been having a stressful day with dog stuff. Well, that's always a stressful thing. Katie May runs a house around here pretty much. I mean, she's got her routines and things she's got to do.
Well, no pets at our house. We're pet free. You know, we've got the deer that come up to the deck They're like, hey, you got any bread? We're starving out here. And they're ready to knock on the door. You know, I walked out of the shed the other day, closed the shed door, and there's the two, the mama and the baby right there. I'm like, okay, you guys want some bread? Hold on. I go up to the house. I say, bread, boy. They just follow me right up to the deck. That's the only pets we've got. Other than that, we're free to travel anywhere, anytime.
Well, and that's the thing, right? People, you know, when I was single around here for 10 or 11 years, people were like, you don't have a dog? You maybe need to get a dog. I'm like, dog starved to death because I ain't never here. I'm traveling somewhere else, you know? And that becomes a thing. I mean, you know, even with Katie Mae, like we have the Wolf Teaver Hotel, dog hotel here, okay? So, you know, you drop Katie Mae off there. If one of our friends isn't watching her, you know, when we go to Key West or we go to Costa Rica or somewhere like that, problem is a lot of our friends are where we're going. And so we don't have friends that can watch her. So we got to take her to the Wolf Teaver place. And so she gets, you know, we're sleeping in B-Man and Michelle's house in Key West, or we're sleeping, you know, the dog gets a better experience vacation-wise for the hotel that Katie Mae is staying in than we normally get, you know.
Wow. Well, you know, that's life on the road, man. We've seen worse.
Well, I remember the first time we took her and we dropped her off and we drove down to Key West. And so you can tap into these cameras, right? And Katie Mae was a lot younger then. This was some years ago. And she's like, I want to pull up the camera and make sure she's okay. And I'm like, you know, there's some things we don't need to know. I mean, you could pull up that camera and she's sitting next to a big dog smoking a cigarette. We don't really need to know that.
Oh, God, Danny. Oh, Lord.
Katie Mae sitting in the corner with her legs crossed smoking a cigarette. A big old dog sitting there. Yeah. I'm like, maybe we don't need to know these things.
No, yeah, some things you don't need to know, man. That reminds me of that post the other day. I think I sent that to you as far as, what is that, Puxatawny Phil, the groundhog?
Yeah.
Talking about 6 more weeks of winter. And his wife's down in Florida and said he's a compulsive liar.
Yeah.
They're divorced.
Yeah, he's a compulsive liar. Don't believe anything he says.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. I see everybody out there doing these Chat GPT pictures of themselves. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah, they're like you type in something in Chat GPT and it produces a picture of you, of everything that it knows about you, which is kind of scary.
That is really scary.
Yeah.
I mean, we're supposed to be in the witness protection program.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. So
Can they make it look different?
yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a cartoon kind of thing, you know. And I noticed B-Dog did it yesterday. Everybody got to jump in and do, you know, what everybody else is doing, kind of thing. And but I've seen a lot of crazy pictures out there.
Wow. Are you going to do it?
No.
No, I've got more other things to do.
Yeah, I'm a leader, not a follower.
Yeah, there you go. Out on the edge of reality. That's where I live. That's where we live.
There must be 10 million pictures of me out there already in all kinds of situations, you know, wearing coconut bras and all kinds of stuff, you know, at parties and whatnot. So, you know, I've got enough out there already. I don't need Chat GPT creating a picture of me in a coconut bra at a party in a tiki bar somewhere.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
I don't want it to know any more than it already does.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm afraid of what it might create. I'm already getting nervous, itchy. I'm like, man, I don't know what it would create about me.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? You draw it into it to find out what it knows about you, and then you realize immediately it knows a lot, and now it even knows more that you like this.
Oh, wow. No, that's too scary.
It's kind of like people that search themselves on Google. Don't ever do that. Right now, you are out there.
Oh, yeah, you're out there. We've been out there for a while.
We be out there, that's for sure. We are looking for a live cam sponsor for this show. It'd be nice if we had a sponsor we could bring on here and talk about their business, and we've done a lot of that. And one thing you guys can do is go over to YouTube and go into the playlist. All of these shows, I looked at it last night, and you can share the playlist. There's 42 videos of this show in that playlist, and it's one link, and you can share it to a potential sponsor or something like that, and they can see all the interviews we did with people from the boat shows, the artist interviews, all the individual commercials that we've created for people, and the shows themselves, and the podcast versions are in there as well. So it's really kind of cool. One link, share the playlist.
I'll tell you what, I think it's a very unique opportunity, and I wish I could have presented this. We had a new dispensary open up in LaVale, and I kept joking about it on the air. I wonder if they're going to be giving out free samples. And it's called Stoked. And I thought, what? That would have been a grand opening, Stoked, and have them come on and talk about it. And, you know, they can't give away free samples, but I had a lot of fun with that on my show. But if you're having a grand opening, that's pretty cool because, you know, that's one thing you can do as a live cam sponsor is just pick up the phone, call Danny real quick, call the Tiki Man and say, hey, brother, you mind if I jump on for 5 minutes and talk about this grand opening?
Yeah.
You know, and that's cool. You can't do that on NBC, ABC, or CBS. All right. You can't do that on any radio station, terrestrial radio, anytime.
Well, you know, that's right. Exactly. I mean, you know, we're always talking to companies, always looking for the next sponsor to work with and to get the word out. And when Beach Buddha Coffee was our official coffee company for a long time. And when that kind of went away and he decided to be a DJ instead of a coffee guy, even though he still has coffee, it's not his main business anymore. We started talking to other coffee companies, and we got a company reached out to us, and this is a real company, okay? And Hippie Chick's like, nah, I don't think that'd be a good idea. But it's called Rising Cock Coffee, okay?
Oh, really?
Rising Cock Coffee. And their morning blend, if you can see that, says it's called Morning Quickie. And I'm like, oh, man, I could have so much fun with that sponsor. I mean, they got several different kinds, you know. Well, they sent us some samples. I'm like, man, it's good coffee. Let's do this, you know. And the Hippie Chick's like, we're not doing Rising Cock Coffee as a sponsor. I'm like, oh, man, I could have so much fun with this.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you had your morning quickie this morning? Got it right here in my cup. Yeah, I could do all that.
Yeah, I got it right here. Yeah, you know, just came up on the pack mule.
Well, a lot of companies out there, you know, they if they're national brands, they want to do like a affiliate sponsorship, right? So they want you to do all the work, and if you do all the work, then they'll give you a little chump change or whatever for that. But that's not what we do here. You know, we want a sponsor that is part of the family, and you know, I really think Rising Cock Coffee would be a pretty good one.
Oh, I think. Look, I'm not going to say anything. I'm sure Hippie Chick's listening. I don't want to encourage any problems, so I'm just going to step aside on that one. That's between you and her.
Yeah. Okay, Johnny. All right. You just sit in the back seat there. I'll drive. Okay. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Yeah.
Well, hey, you know, I'm just trying to keep the peace in the family.
And he wrote that song. There's a place that he plays at in Panama City called the Runaway Island Bar, and it's right next door to Sharky's. Just a little bit of a walk down there, and Sharky's owns Runaway Island Bar. Well, that's his home bar that he plays at all the time, the Runaway Island Bar. And he's got a stage there. It faces out the beach. Some of the best sunsets you ever seen is right there on Panama City. And, you know, it's just a gorgeous place to live. And when that song first came out, I was coming back from Key West, and I stopped into Panama City and did a live broadcast there at the Runaway Island Bar. And had Gene Mitchell on there, and he was telling me that. And he's like, well, they didn't pay for the song, so it's not about this place. It's about any island you want to run away to. I'm like, okay, fine. Let's just go with that.
Yeah. I tell you what, he's a great guy, just a wonderful guy. And he's also a naval veteran.
Yes, over 20 years in the Navy, and now he calls Panama City his home port.
Mm-hmm. Just like Todd Sparks. Yeah, I did those interviews down there. It's a beautiful place, spent a little time there. And Gene has got some great music, man. He's got a big catalog of music.
He does.
And I was looking at the watching the video monitor, and I'm looking at the British Isles there. And I'll tell you what, man, I had to crank up the heater. I'm looking at all that sand, and
you see everybody waving at us, like they're waving at us. I mean, they have no idea they're on a national television radio show right now, and they're waving, and we're showing it to everybody.
But you know what? And Jimmy Parrish was playing, and I think in the song it was like "raise a toast" here, whatever. And all of a sudden, they're raising a toast and they're waving.
Yeah.
I'm like, are they tuned in here? That was almost perfect timing. And that's what we need to work on, these live cams and getting that crowd involved.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky tapping into those live cams because you never know what you're going to see. So, sometimes you click on it, you're like, ooh, I don't want to show that.
No, you got to be careful. But that would be cool. Reach out to them. Just make sure it's not a topless beach, that sort of thing, down in the islands because they're loaded with them.
They are.
Europeans don't seem to care. It's the Puritan group here in this country. Our belief system is just that's something ladies don't do, supposedly. I'm just saying, but the European countries, you go down there and it's like nobody pays any attention. They're everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Edwin is saying hi this morning. Good morning to you. Good mid-afternoon, if you will. He's chatting. He's chiming in on the YouTube chat, and thank you, everybody. If you hadn't hit that like button, please do that. Helps us out the algorithm to recommend us to other people out there, and we really appreciate that.
We sure do, no doubt about it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
But yeah, we went to Western Maryland. We went over to the BVI. We went down to Clearwater. We were down in Key Largo there for a little bit at Gilbert's Bar.
Yeah.
Key West, beautiful day down there, and Mallory Square with the had a few cruise ships in town. I mean, that's kind of cool to be able to go around the world and do things.
I mean, that's what happens when you tune into Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B.
That's
We're
right.
going to take you on a little trip. I like this.
I like it too, Johnny. I like it too. I'd like it better if we had a sponsor. And if you could see the screen, if you're watching us on YouTube, there's a lot of people listening on the radio today. All the ships at sea, everybody around the country and around the world, really, tuning in. Happy Wednesday to you. Thank you for tuning in to the show. But if you're watching us on YouTube, you can see at the top there it says your logo here. That's where your logo would be. It'd be the only logo because you would be the live cam for Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B.
That's right. Even in Dubai. Yeah, even if you're a sponsor in Dubai, that works.
That's right. That's right. I can't see what Edwin's saying there. Can you read? Do you have the monitor there?
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me see here. You're asking. Oh, here we go. This is in my own language in IGBO, that is spoken in Nigeria and West Africa.
Oh, well, good afternoon to you.
Hey, yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, West Africa. Happy to have you on board.
That's right. That's right. Take care of them elephants over there.
I got to tell you what, there was a young lady who was on like a global America's Got Talent in Africa, was bitten by a snake and died recently. She was on TV and she went back home and a snake got in her bed and bit her and they couldn't save her. So very sad, very sad.
Well, that sad news is brought to you by Jameson Funeral Home right down here on 3rd Street. No waiting.
Yeah, no waiting. But I got to tell you what, I'm looking at all the live cams, and I got to tell you, I think you're onto something there. You really are. And I also noticed they have the QR code on the cam.
They do.
We really need to take a look at this.
Yeah, well, we are. We are every day.
I'm really looking, no doubt. I'm looking at the monitors. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, every day that we're not on, and you know what? It may be somebody in Western Maryland, a business up there, a bar, a train depot, whatever. Now that we got the live cam feed for Western Maryland, we can tap into it.
Oh, that's great. I mean, I'm digging that. I couldn't believe that I'm looking, I said, hey, that looks like Cumberland. Hey, that is Cumberland. Hold on a second here. He found a live cam in Cumberland.
Never know what I'm going to do, man.
Oh, you got to find one at Wisp Ski Resort, see if they have one there. All right, because they have reached out. We've had a little discussion about a live cam sponsor, as well as getting them on the air, but they have to go through their corporate office. So you know how that goes.
Yeah.
They got to go all the way up to the top. But live cam at Wisp or Deep Creek, yeah. I'm going to tell you what, we're on to something here, Danny.
How do you spell that? Wisp?
WISP.
WISP.
Ski Resort.
All right, ski resort. Oh, there it is. Let's see if there's a live cam.
Really?
Oh, man.
He doesn't mess around, folks. I'm telling you what, he is on top of it.
They got one of those coasters. Those things are crazy. Those things out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It goes all the way down the mountain.
They've got 35 trails at Wisp. So when you see a picture, you're only seeing one side of the mountain. But there are 35 trails, and during the summertime, they actually have they teach you how to do whitewater rafting, and it's the only place, as far as we know, on the East Coast where if you want to learn whitewater rafting, they built rapids. It's like they built a small river, and it's on land, and they have experts there to teach you how to, go on the Youghiogheny and do whitewater rafting. We've got the upper Youghiogheny and the lower Youghiogheny, and I've done that, and it is a blast, let me tell you. But we go with guides.
Let's see here. Ski resorts, well, that's New England. Let's see here. I don't understand. I mean, every business should have a live cam, okay? A bar, well, I mean, I can understand, some people don't want barred things, but maybe the outsides or whatever, Yeah, because it just sits there and it has no sound and it just gets views all day long, kind of like what we've been playing. People see Clearwater like, man, that's beautiful. I'd like to go to Clearwater. Well, that's what the live cam's for, to get you to come down there. And they put things on the screen like, what was it, cocktail? What did you call it? A cocktail contest?
Yeah, it was the cocktail challenge at Frenchie's Rockaway Bar and Grill in Clearwater.
Yeah. And
it said, earn the T-shirt. I'm thinking, how much do I have to spend on drinks to buy that T-shirt? But, I mean...
Yeah. Hey, like my shirt, it cost me $499, but I won the contest.
I won the contest. Yeah, I'd like to know what this contest is all about. That's what we need to do.
That's clever marketing right there. Have a T-shirt, a cocktail contest. You get a free shirt, but you got to buy the cocktails in order to win the contest. So what a way to push happy hour, man.
I tell you what, yeah, at the chocolate bar, you ought to have that contest.
Yeah. I don't know, man. These people around here, I got to take care of them. I give them a safe place. That way they don't have to fall down or anything like that. But we do have the Daytona 500 party coming up here in a couple of weeks. We're going to be watching the Super Bowl this weekend here at the Old Chocolate Bar. Not really a party, but if you're in and around Chattanooga and you want to come by and watch the Super Bowl, we'll have it here Sunday night. And which, they should be. I wish they'd do Super Bowl like Saturday at noon.
Yeah. Are you going to put up a live cam at the chocolate bar?
I will not. That goes against all I did live stream the summer party one year, and people like, man, I only come here because it's supposed to be a private place, and I don't like all them cameras, man. There's people I don't want. I'm like, you're ashamed to tell people you came here? No, I just might be doing things I normally wouldn't do. That's why I come here.
That reminds me of a story. A friend of mine. You talk about a camera in a bar. Long story short, some buddies of mine decided, they were just, they were bricklayers. And they told their wives, we got rained out today. And one of them, a good friend of mine, his wife was watching the evening news. And they happened to be in downtown Baltimore outside of a strip club doing something. And guess where my buddies were? Standing in line at the strip bar.
Yeah, it's not good.
I swear, that is a true story. And my buddy can't believe that we got busted.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. But he said, I can't believe this, man. All the times we tell him, well, we're working today, and there they are on 5 o'clock news, Channel 13, in front of a strip bar.
Yeah. Now, they are, obviously, some places they don't need to have live cam feeds, and one of them is outside the strip club, okay? That's not a good idea.
That wasn't that was the evening news.
Oh,
they were doing a story. Yeah,
oh, I get it. And so they're filming something to do, and then there they are standing outside the door. Like, damn, what are the odds of that? You had to leave at a certain time, decide you're going at a certain time. The crew of the camera, they had to all those motions had to come into play for that to happen.
Yeah, and that just sucked for them.
Yeah,
they got busted big time. You can't deny that. You're on the evening news.
You know, Mo is headed down to Cozumel tomorrow and hooking up with Verona Corona. And they're going to be calling into the Sunday show in either this Sunday or the next. So we'll do a video interview with them down in Cozumel.
Oh, that'll be great. You know, we'll take sponsors from Cozumel as well. And we got maybe you can pull up the beach cam in Cozumel.
Yeah, I see. Let's see here. Yeah, I see Verona Corona is listening in down in Cozumel, popping in. Oh, there she is on the chat now.
Man, good afternoon.
Hello, sorry I'm late. Been a busy morning. What the hell? You're supposed to be, laying under a palm tree or something. You know, that's why you go to Cozumel.
Yeah, find a live cam and wave to us. Come on.
Yeah. See if you can find a live. You know, She's been very good about putting stickers, and there's an old bar down there that she put up in the roof of the bar, and it's weathered now from hurricanes and all kinds of stuff. You know, we probably need to put a new T-shirt up there. But good morning, Verona Corona, and Mo will be headed your way tomorrow. Apparently, that's what she said in the chat. Anyway,
man, everybody's traveling, and we're here in the studio. But This is network business. You know, we got to do what we got to do.
We got to do, man. We got to take care of things.
That's right.
And speaking of which, if you're interested in being a sponsor of this show, to keep it going, you need to reach out to us. We've been doing this now since the first week of January, 3 shows a week, and we've had a lot of fun. We have reached out to so many people. We've had so many people on the show. We've had people in the studio. We've done live interviews from floating boats at boat shows, people inside the boat. We've learned a lot and had a lot of fun with it. So hopefully we can keep this things going. But we got to have a sponsor.
That's right. You know, this has given us the opportunity to work together again after many, many years. And for those of you who don't know, Danny and I, you know, we have a long track record in history.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, this is great. I'm digging it, man. Thank you so much. I thank the network for allowing us to do this, and loving every minute of it. Yeah, it gives me a sense of time. You know, I retired, and you know, people say, when are you gonna go here? There is no when. I'm retired. I'll do it whenever I feel like it. But the thing is, you know, when you do radio shows, it gives you a time frame. You know, I got my show, this show. So, you know, you got to do something at a certain time every day. Yeah. Keeps you alive, man.
Callie McCool says, hey, still got you guys tuned in here. Got you on the big screen. Well, good morning to Callie and Nicole. It is early in California. It's, about 9-ish, 10 o'clock, something like that, 10, somewhere around in there.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. I tell you what, we're not going to be doing this forever, Danny. I like what you said the other day. You know, someday we're going to retire. And I've been thinking about, you know, bringing a younger person in the studio and teaching them how to do radio.
Sure.
Really. I really think about that. I like what you and Callie McCool did for the kids. Mm-hmm. And I'd like to be able to give back to my community as well.
Yeah, because you know, we gotta have an exit plan before, you know, we get to a point to where we're like, good morning, everybody. I can't see who's out there today on the screen.
Hey.
Yeah.
Where's that coffee?
Yeah. Damn it, I dropped my cane. Yeah, we don't want that. That's not entertaining at all. Not that we are the most entertaining people anyway, but it would be a lot worse. Okay, it could always be a lot worse.
Oh yeah. I still like the reality show.
Yeah, I do too. But we are family here. We are, as we used to say on Tiki Island Radio, Ohana, and the Tiki Man Radio family and Western Maryland family, and bringing it all together under the Coastal Americana Radio Network, and having fun with it. And we have a lot of plans with this whole new business venture, and hoping that it all comes together.
That's right. Yeah. Is B-Man going to put up a live cam at his studio?
Well, he's got one. He does. His show is live streamed every Friday night on Coastal Confessions, live from Key West.
Oh, I was thinking about like a live cam outside with a dog that barks all the time.
Oh, no, we've all seen enough of that, and it would be entertaining though to have me walk through there and holler at the dog. But
yeah, that would be nice. Maybe that. Whatever,
man.
We're reaching for straws here. We're reaching for straws. We're looking for sponsors, and the show's just about over, and But anyhow, I want to say thank you to everybody for allowing me to be here, chime in. I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah, absolutely, and thank you all for joining us today. Again, no show on Friday. Johnny's got an appointment he's got to do, and I got to fix a water leak, so. We'll be back on Monday for Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B, and kick off another week. We're one day closer to spring. I'm not sure when the time changes, but it can't be that far off. Does anybody know?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, anyway, that's always a good sign, when the time changes. We spring up and fall back. So
right.
We lose an hour, but we get more daylight. For everything you win, you lose something, Johnny.
Yeah, I know. Go figure.
You get a lot of experience doing radio, and then you get older in hell. That's just how it works. I mean, for everything you win, you lose something. But thank you so much for everybody being here today. We really appreciate it. Hit that like button before you go. Johnny, thank you for you being you, brother.
Oh, brother, thank you for having me. Always a pleasure.
All right, guys. Tune in to Coastal Confessions Friday night with B-Man and Michelle. And, of course, you got that's 7 o'clock. And then you got Jukebox Saturday. Runs from midnight to noon. And then, of course, Sunday mornings with the Tiki Man, the big show. Sunday mornings, 10 a.m. Tune in for all that. Thank you so much, everybody. We really appreciate it.